The United States can't invade Iran, part two. This time, we're not going to do the whiteboard. Sorry. That's because we have to look at maps, and I cannot draw Iran. Here's a basic map of Iran. It doesn't tell us much about how large the country actually is. So just looking at it, if you had to estimate its relative size to something in the United States, what would it be? The entire country is 636,000 square miles, and if you guessed that Iran is about the size of Alaska, then you are correct. It's about 1/6 the size of the United States, so if you put together California, Texas, Utah, and Nevada, you'd have Iran. Mind you, it is 4 times the size of Iraq and 3 times the size of Afghanistan. I don't know if you've tried to invade a country before, but when they're bigger, it's harder to do. But this map doesn't tell us the whole story at all. This is a topographic map of Iran, and all of the red is mountain range. Iran is basically a fortress of mountains with internal deserts. While the technology of warfare has advanced considerably, it still has not found any way to fight well in mountains. In the history of warfare, there's one thing that always goes undefeated, and that is mountains. But let's say we're doing it anyway. Mountains be damned. I hope nobody said that exact sentence in the administration, but I fear that somebody has. Anyway, there are basically only 4 places that you can invade, and Iran is very well aware of this. You can go through the Kurdish region of northern Iraq, and that would take you all the way through the Zagros Mountain. Now, this seemed like a likely candidate given the fact that the administration was messaging about working directly with the Kurds for some reason. However, rolling an armored division or really anything through those mountains is basically just asking for it to be blown up. The Persian Gulf Coast would have been a likely candidate, but it has become one of the most highly militarized coastlines in the world right now. Also, to get there, you got to go through the Strait of Hormuz, which is a span of about 21 kilometers. Again, Iran knows this, and the United States knows that Iran knows this because it's been part of our strategic doctrine since the 1960s. You could go through the border area of Afghanistan and Pakistan. They're currently at war with one another, and the Taliban probably wouldn't be the most stoked to help the US invade a country on its border. I don't want to speak for the Taliban, but I think I'm right about that. Let's say you do get into Iran. It's gonna be a bad time. This is because you need to create and maintain supply lines because wars are won on supply lines. And if you want supply lines, you gotta have friends in the neighborhood. Saudi Arabia didn't want this war. Iraq is full of Iranian paramilitary. Afghanistan and Pakistan are at war with one another. Turkmenistan is just being a weird Central Asian North Korea. Our best fair weather friend in the region is Turkey, and they don't want this war. The American military is not invincible. Supplies are finite, and geography is destiny. We cannot invade Iran. We will lose. Share and follow the Under Report for more geopolitics.